You know, libertarianism seems like a form of right wing because right wingers are just mean. At least the extreme left, they're all like, yeah, yeah, power to the people, as they're like thumping you. Yeah, I know, the extreme left is just as bad. You know, terrorism, all that. I'm not going to defend any extremist of any sort. The extreme leftist is almost very, very cold. It's not so much about I mean, terrible, terrible things have been done on the extreme left in a very cold kind of manner. Not with this sort of like lynch mob sort of mentality. And that's the way I see it, that you see on the right. Evil has been done on both the far right and the far left. I'll have to say that. But there's just something about the extreme right that just really gets under my git. And mostly that's what we've been having problems from the extreme right, not the extreme left. If you look at, dare I say, 9/11, that's not an extreme left sort of thing. That's not like power to the people. That's more of a right-wing sort of thing. It said, look, we have our belief system, everybody else is wrong, kill the infidel. To me, that smacks of a right-wing sort of mentality. The bombings, Timothy McVeigh, right-winger. If you go back further in the 60s, the Weathermen were leftist. And it could almost be argued that Charles Manson may have been a leftist in a sense. But as you go to the extreme, they come around and they meet each other. I was watching some video where this guy was trying to explain very simply the political spectrum. And he was talking about oligarchy and a monarchy and a republic versus a democracy. And a lot of it made a lot of sense. But what I really took issue with was the statement that, fascism is not right-wing. He said that it is believed that fascism, he put communism and socialism in the left, and then it put fascism. He said no, he put it in the same category as fascism and communism as being the same, and I strongly disagree, because fascism is driven by something else. On the left, it's about the people, it's about leveling the playing field, and in some cases, when it goes to extreme, by violence. Fascism is not about leveling the playing field. It's about you clawing your way to the top. And if you're strong, you get to be one of the chosen ones. And that's why you look at Nazi Germany, which is fascist, which is right-wing, which is giving power to the businesses, to the war machine, to Krupps, to Mercedes-Benz, and later Volkswagen, that companies, German companies that came out, Braun, that came out and survived quite well under Nazi Germany. Whereas in a leftist sort of thing, all the corporations are broken up. They're broken, okay? Everything belongs to the state. That's the difference. And this video just flatly made the statement it said is that there has been no argument, there has been no sound argument to say that fascism is a right-wing thing. There's so much bullshit on YouTube. Let me just say that. And I get people sending me videos all the time. And you know, you're well-meaning folks, but so much of it is just bullshit. And we really have to get our filters going, okay? And it's so easy to get caught up in what we see on YouTube. This is aside from the drama of the aliens taking down somebody, or what the network of evil is doing, or who hates who, or who's talking about who, or who's this sock account. That's a whole other thing. There's another thing where people use YouTube as a soapbox to promote their own personal ideas about the New World Order, the Illuminati, their belief in anarchy, their belief in being a Republican, their belief in being a Nazi, their belief in being a Green Party, or a progressive, or an environmentalist, or Save the Whales. So YouTube is very valuable for that. But we still have to look at the real world, at least visit the mainstream media. You put on our filters, but let's somehow get a reality check, because we cannot be, the internet should not be our sole source of information. I still say go to a library, check out a book. Not that I haven't done that in a long time, but when I was in school, I got into this thing where I was doing a project with somebody, and they were all like, oh, I'm going to go on the internet. And this is when I was a Luddite. I was all like, oh, I'm not using the internet. And you know what? It wasn't quite the same as it is now. It's better, I'll agree. But I found so much more information that he did in the library. Not everything is on the internet. There's so much, there's no ombudsman. There's nobody that says, gatekeeper that says, okay, this is checked. This is approved. Here we go. This is going on. You know, like people that don't believe we landed on the moon. You know, I don't want to offend anybody, but I kind of think we did. Okay? Let's drink again. Cheers. Here's to all my conspiracy-oriented people. Should I make the aluminum Fez, the tinfoil hat Fez? When I talk about stuff like this? I don't know if any of you look in the archive for the Zeitgeist video. That was my little, you know, nod, tilt to the hat. It was just an aluminum tinfoil hat, not a Fez, to the conspiracy people out there. Cheers. Hey, and I try to keep an open mind. I really do. I posted on a tree as I was on my walk this morning was a pretty good argument for why. I mean, it was a point-by-point thing about 9/11. I forgot what the good points were made, but I remember walking away and I go, wait a minute, that was a pretty good point there. I wish I could remember it. It might come back to me later. Hey, you wanted Fez Night back. This is what you get. I really don't feel like I'm in really good form, but I'm trying. I'm trying. All right then. So, should we visit some channels or something? You know, should we look at? Yeah, this is what Fez Night's about: is welcoming some new subscribers, right? And let's see if I got something here. What do I have here? Should I look at my notes? I took some notes. Oh, did I say? Yeah, I said hello to. Wanted to make sure to. I said hello to X-Teen. I'm sorry if I forgot your channel name right away. Meanie X-Teen. I wanted to say hello. Oh, look, Paul Tinsel just dropped by. Hello, Paul Tinsel. We have a gut feeling Fez Night is on. At least that's what Tinsel's tea leaves said. Well, Paul, you have some amazing insight. I really wasn't going to do Fez Night. I really wasn't. And it's not, you know, it's not so much. The woman that Shoppy mentioned, it's about your ego, because I still like watch YouTube and see, hey, somebody stopped by my channel. It's about your ego, she said. Sure, but it's not, look, when I don't feel like doing Fez Night, it's not really like I'm trying to garner any kind of attention or anything. It's like I need to take a break every now and then. Keep it fresh, you know? Keep it fresh.